It's the Q room. We have 2 of the chips? Yeah. So what's next? Roomba? No. Are these missiles? Fine. You lost all respect. They're darts? Look over here. That green son of a gun? Green memory card. We can't get it out though. Glass is covering it. We can get some darts out though. Okay. Grab a couple. Sidewinders, though. You know the ones they mount on the underside of a fighter plane? These are missiles or darts. Okay, is the score still the same? Not that I remember what the score was. I remember seeing this before. Come on, who has seen dartboard before? I got a text. The board is different from dartboard, you know? Try it out. What do you mean try it out? Isn't it obvious? There's only 2 ways to use a dartboard. Use the hold the pizza or you throw darts at it. Get some darts, don't you, Sigma? Maybe you can try throwing some. Score of 100? Oh, okay. Last in the green area. Second is the blue area. The third is the red area. Throw a dart at a particular area, grab it by pressing the A button, and then release the dart in the area. Okay. It's weird. I could have sworn I'd seen these darts before somewhere. Whatever. Time for some darts. Okay, so 1 green. What are our options, right? 1 green. 6. 18. I mean, I'd rather kind of go like big numbers for the first throw. Makes it easier for me. So like 14 times 3. I gotta sneeze. This is 42. 39. 39, 33, 72. We get 28 points with a blue? No. 22? 28, 28. 24? 24? Why are these 2 the same? 28. Okay, yeah, never mind. Oh, whoops. What? What do you mean it's not even in the green? Someone has to drag it that far. Okay. Oh, whoops! I threw a drag in the blue. Blue. Red.
Piece of cake. You see there, my dart skills are undeniable. Saw quite clearly. Very nice. Do you really think this dart can stand the whole 2 meters and 37 centimeters away from the dartboard, though? Oh, fair man. High school voted me most likely to be a judge, you know.
Okay, okay. Straighten up a look. See the display case? It's open. Great. Now we can get the green memory card. Is there anything else I can do before we enter these in? You're in a heist movie? Should I have worn a cat suit? Ugh. I think I just threw up a little. Since everybody in the heist movie wears a steel suit, sweet suit. We've interacted with everything here except for this. I just don't want to have to do this puzzle again in the future if I want to go for all the Think It finals. Look at that. Have you turned it on? This is for the right. The file. US, A, and B are all pairs consisting of 2 people. C, D, and E are solos consisting of a single person. First, move the A and B pairs to the blank areas to the left under pair. Next, move solo C, D, and E to the blank areas on the left-hand side. A pair and a solo align vertically with verses between them will face off against one another. Okay, so I mean, I get it. Pairs are top, so solos at the bottom. Choose to vote for ally or betray. This is for the first AB game. If the correct number of people reach the target BP after playing 3 rounds, the game won't be completed. So we're doing 3 rounds of this. 3 people will always definitely choose ally. I'm trying to remember thinking first turn, man. 3 people will always definitely choose betray. D will always choose betray, but we gotta like subsequent somebody for their thing. Who else always chose betray? In this timeline, I believe K did. He was a pair, right? With Quark. I don't know who US is. Us. It's also only, no, there's only 6 people here. Their groups. Is Phi and Sigma being a group the entire time? Of the US? You know, the same people can go up against each other again. Right? Oh, whoops. Luna was always a solo. B and D always ally. A and E always betray. What were the rules? See, someone's always opposite. One is Mysterious Mirror Man, who always do whatever the opponent does. Well, it can't be us, so it's C. You were something different, right? Weren't you a different thing? Oh no, they're both the same one. Okay, it was on the same page. We must. Second answer to the second one is we must be the only ones that surpass 9. Who are the we? So us? Us can be the only people who get 9. Okay, let's do that first. Seems easier. Just us getting 9. So A and E always betray. So I don't care what they do, frick off. Always betray. So, nothing. We're gonna do betray. So you always ally. You're a copycat. We can be the only ones who get to it. So D cannot die. So we choose ally this round. Always allies. A and E always sees a copycat. So we're choosing betray. You always ally. No, E always betrays. As long as that doesn't matter, we're getting it. So we're gonna betray or ally. That doesn't matter. A and D can go against each other again. We get 0. C can copy. Then B and D ally. Okay, I get it. So now the hard part comes. Nice one. Looks like that was the answer. Sun, star, star. We'll do that real quick. Sun, star, star. Okay, somehow, with 2 people always betraying. Good job, yeah, thank you. You opened it. 2 people always betraying. We gotta figure out how to get the rest of them to 9. So that involves... what does that involve? Does everybody have to do that? Not you, get out of here. Strive for 9 with 6 cooperators. So all these people. Because there's 6 here. Well, pairs. Well, we just always choose ally, right? D and E can sorry. A and E, sorry, A and E. These are copycats, it doesn't matter. B and D always ally, so we'll choose ally and that'll be 6. It's repairs, so I believe this should be fine. Getting out of here with 7, baby. Whatever, it's fine. There we go. Originally there's 6 people, or 6 spots, but they're pairs. Got it. Oh, where'd he go? Good work. Look, the screen change color. So would this be? Yes. Okay, star, star, sun. Star, star, sun. Eat my friggin' shorts. Not a bad puzzle. It's just a stinking dice. It's open. Okay then, let's see what we got here. First off, Ambidix room. 2-star key cards. Use these to play the AB games as many times as we want. Hold on. Those keys are important, bud. Look at this. 2 cures. Excelivir, the radical 6 cure? Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what to say. Quark, have we been to the laboratory in this path? Quark's gonna be okay. Is he crying? Everyone's been affected, right? Or take Linda to her word. Let's get out of here. Need to get this stuff to Quark and Alice. Yeah, you're right. He should do the trick. This is the key to the safe. It'll show up in the exit. Just get moving. That's the door we came through. Whoops. Door's locked. This is locked. You guys ready? All set here. Go for it. All right. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3. Stop that. Jeez. One more time. 3, 2, 1. It's dangerous it being this late at night. I mean, probably not finishing this tonight because we could have like a 5-minute VOD for the next time. Doctor of Escapology.
Huh.
Escape from 16 rooms of VLR. Could the game end there? Yeah. But it could also expand more. Escaped everything on hard difficulty in VLR. It's in 4 secret achievements.
It opened.
We should get back to the Floor A warehouse then.
Hey, wait.
What?
Did you guys hear something? You didn't hear it? It came from over here. And listen to turning on. See, I told you. The screen wasn't on before.
Guess it was set to turn on when we opened the door.
It looks like an authentication screen.
Look, I didn't throw my paper yet.
I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Yeah, but what?
This was when I noticed the illustration. Lion is eating the sun. Lion's eating the sun. The lion's eating the... Mentamori? Remember death? This isn't Jumpy Doll Kirishiki, right? Ninth lion ate the sun. But like it aped at me, bud. This, I've noticed that there was lion illustrations everywhere. And eating the sun. Oh, of course. This was the real ninth lion. But if that was the case. I meant Mori. Remember death. Meant Mori. Remembered death. I'm Mori. Remember death. It's probably not the one for it probably is Jumpy Doll. Sakura Shiki. Jumpy Doll. Okay.
Sigma, look!
Hello, June.
Akane.
Your...
Her name is Akane Kurashiki. I've been looking for her for a very long time.
He walked towards her, slowly, carefully, almost as if he were afraid of scaring her away. He reached out.
She's a hologram.
Then Miyuji squeezed his eyes shut,
Akane.
closed his hand around empty air, and let it fall to his side. There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand. Now, where to begin? You probably have a great many questions. What day is it? Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki? But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here? The answer to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan. All of this was required required for the success of the AB project. I assume you heard the name by now, at least. In any event,
What?
you
They
were all
probably never heard of
needed
it.
in order to execute our plan. The nonary game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project? The answer to that is also simple. Allow me to explain. We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
What do you mean, the past? The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there could answer the question. Not Phi, not Temi Yuji. It's certainly not a pre-recorded
Have you
hologram.
figured out what this room is? I assume you
Yes.
saw the Q on the door. It stands for quantum. That makes this the quantum room.
Took me a moment to realize she changed subjects without even pausing. Nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of frustration.
Take a look at the rear of the room. Do you see that large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer. The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine. That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Junior, as well as the golems. All of them do their thinking in that box. Isn't that strange, though? It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else. But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box. Perhaps it isn't so strange, though. Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies. Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills. That makes communication difficult, though. So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, nonverbal cues, etc., to transmit information. Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else. But, is that really true? In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all, like the branches of a tree or a rhizome. Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree.
My freaking batteries are low, man. What the heck?
All you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section. In the two dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another.
I feel like it was kind of quiet, but no, good. Now it's louder. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. Fixed.
But this isn't the case. If you expand your view and look at the root system in 3 dimensions instead of only 2, you see the truth. All the roots join together at Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility? I believe that is how human consciousness actually works. Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Then Yuji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. My mouth asked what he meant, but Akane was already talking to him.
Now, when I talk about a fourth dimension, I'm referring to the fourth dimension used in Minkowski space-time. Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line. In one dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to two dimensions and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are two-dimensional surfaces. Move up to three dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form three-dimensional objects. Now you have a three-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space. Connect three-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a four-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time. It is on that fourth dimensional axis that our minds are connected. If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time? That theory is the foundation of the AB project. The A represents after, and the B represents before. It probably sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman. But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma? And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong? Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well. I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago.
It was only 70?
You sent your consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life. It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
Yeah, of course I do. How can I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
Suddenly it felt like Phi and I were outsiders, trespassing on something we had no right to see. Tamiuchi's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It was like she was looking back at him.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon. I need to go prepare. The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So I'll be waiting. One last thing. The cat in the box. Is it alive or is it dead, Sigma? Phi. You will decide its fate. Goodbye.
Wait! Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyoji, I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Wait! Akane!
Then she was gone. Tamiuchi collapsed to his knees, back hunched and shaking, until tears landed on the white-knuckled fist he pressed against his thighs. Too quiet. What was there to say? Fawn and I looked at one another, nodded silently. With a shake-hang hand, Tamiuchi pulled a photograph out of his pocket. A picture of a girl. I just still don't see the ghosts on the left-hand side. I don't know what the frick they were talking about. After all that you've been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. Not coming through. Excuse me, the party guy? No, we're good? Okay. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met up with the others. A few minutes to decide the head of the infirmary. As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Quark for Radical 6. Gave Luna the exit elevator that I found in the key room. Quickly prepped it and injected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine. Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Then Miyuji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. With a small boy's hand into his own and held it tight. I could see tears at the corner of his eyes as he turned away from us. Suddenly I remembered Dio. Where did he go? It didn't be long to find him. He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers. You have my eternal gratitude.
I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I went over at Phi to see how she was doing the same thing. After that, we headed back to the floor A warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically, me, Phi, Kay, and Luna. Clover and Temiyuji decided to remain in the infirmary just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, and Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default. So me, Phi, and Temiyuji.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
What? It doesn't matter now.
Excuse me, I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round fight.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
And you're acting like I might actually try and betray her?
Not necessarily.
Was she solo? I thought Temiyuji was solo.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the AB game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Okay, I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah, go for it. Enter the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until...
Yeah.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh, well, we could vote earlier, but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Okay, let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Luna and Kay set off towards the yellow door, but the follow one.
Hold on. I just remembered something. The
What?
AB room on the left, in one of the other histories, she...
Oh yeah, you're right. Connie's body was in there. What does that mean? Why didn't we find her body this time?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
But how? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
The
See
cat
her again?
in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead?
Spills our blood over by the thing?
Fine. You will decide its fate.
Forager's cat thing.
Exactly.
Wonder what she meant about deciding the fate.
Perhaps she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet.
Huh?
The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
What? No, that's impossible. We've already opened the box. Opened the door to the AB room. There was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either. In other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
The next time we meet, I can tell you rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Where was Akane now? Where was she waiting for us? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? What if she was waiting for us in the past? Is that even possible? If she was, what would that mean? Be continued. Just checking, just checking. Aga? Owie? Oh, dang it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the heck am I? Looks like the elevator,
No, this is one of the AB rooms.
but... Yeah? Who the heck are you? What the heck's an AB room?
Damn, I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory. Memory. I remember. You're Phi. She grinned. When is
Check
this?
your bracelet.
It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
This means it's the beginning of the game. We're going back to when we first woke up in the AB room.
No, I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours. 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Wait a minute. If you're right.
Yeah, Akane might still be alive. We got back before Dio killed her, I think. Right.
Then
We're here for one reason.
to stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. Need to get out of here fast.
Don't need to tell me twice.
And what happens with like the rest of these stories though if Akane lives? Just like lol, just forget about him for it.
Let's go.
Yo. I remember this puzzle. Right, I know the password. I never did learn the other version though. Star Moon Star. Where is it? It's in the safe. Okay, there's the safe. I didn't know where the safe was. That's one of the ones I gotta get back for if I decide to do that. Get all the files. There, it's open. Good work. Hurry up and grab the cracker. Cracker. Ah, dang, I'm in key. What the heck? Sit up and do it. Fine. I'm gonna get banned. Where do I use the key again? Bye. It's been like a month, I'm sorry. Let's do it already, no need to yell. Hey, when did I start this? For me, because I mean, VODs for YouTube, this is good to like my birthday. I believe that's a month away. VODs are freaking cracked. I started this before Easter, right? The week before Easter? Yeah, so 2 weeks before I was away. Then sometime after I got back is when I started it. Yeah. I think it worked. Oh, it's my first achievement for this. I finished 999 on the 27th of March. I started this on the 12th. Okay. So for me, it's been today's 26. It's been 14 days, 2 weeks. Ready, Fi? What do you think? I know. Why are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8. Oh, 1, done. Hey, you pushed the button? Bite me, you were taking too long. We're on schedule here. Ugga. Fine, I climbed through the hatch out onto the top of the AB room. It was only a moment to spot them. Akane. Behind her was Dio, moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Crap. There was no time to yell to her. She scrambled down to the top of the AB room. If I wasn't following me, when I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Fine, what the heck are you doing? Get down here and... Before I could finish, she moved. She has superpowers, my man? Running across the roof, launched herself in the air. Literally, she's about to kill him. He's dead. What the?
He's fine, just unconscious.
Oh, he's dead. Bend down and held my finger in front of his mouth. Still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Guy went down like a sack of
He
potatoes.
had it coming.
I heard footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. I looked up.
So you came. I've been waiting for you. You're here to hear the rest, right?
Wait. Just wait a minute. What the heck is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shut up, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
The what?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes, indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
What the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, why are you going to let him do it?
Because I had to.
You what?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is
If we
faced with
see
danger,
any more down here, I'm doing a
its
slash marker.
processing speed
I'll play it till
increases.
like 2:30. Quarter past 2. Or quarter to 3.
Information is processed.
If we see any more boxes come up.
And time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot. You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like. Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
That's why you all died.
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies 4-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the A-B game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
I get it. I think I finally understand. Well, okay, there's still a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you just told me makes sense. You did all of this so Fi and I could jump through 4-dimensional space with our memories intact,
Yes.
right? But why did you need us to do that? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide. I've died, so has Fi, so have you. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I can jump through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You are all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why. Why is this so goddamn important that it's worth all this?
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from now.
Bullcrap. That's not good enough? Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Connie knelt down next to Dia and picked the knife up off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change the
But
subject.
it's almost time.
What are you talking about? Got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it. Logomorph.
Yes.
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Logomorph. Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
Now, everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why do you need to do this? Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
Pause and pull something out of her pocket. What's a small key attached to a string?
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
This whole damn time. What does it say there?
Tu fui ego eris.
Just in case. Make room in this dang paper. You know what? Give me like a pink color. Doesn't work. This color doesn't work. I never used this pink color before, man. Oh, I had the cap on it still. Okay. Come on, come through. The free ego errors. Okay.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am, you will be.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
What?
Go. Return to the future. You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait. I still... If we got more boxes, like, more stuff, I'm gonna do a slash marker. I'll play till 3. I gotta move some watch over anyway, so. But if it's just like one box, I don't think it's worth doing a slash marker. I'm gonna do a slash marker anyway. It's just gonna add more. That's a new stinking block. Okay. Choosing ally. I'll choose that in just a minute.